Shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises. Got a great class today, right? Great class today. How everybody doing today? Good? Good to see all my beautiful people. All right, so today's lesson today is entitled, we doing the Lawgiver series, right? So we did the introduction to the law, like what, last 2 Sabbaths ago? Everybody remember that? We did an introduction to the law, and so now we're going to go into breaking down the law. So today we're going to touch on the moral aspects of the law. The moral aspects of the law, okay? All right? Morality, all right? So the first thing we want to do is, let's get Joshua 1:8 real quick. Let's start this off. Shalom to everybody online. Happy that you guys can be with us here today. Happy Sabbath. Feel good to be a part of fellowship with you guys again today. We're happy to have you guys with us. So all praises. So go ahead and get that Joshua 1:8.
The book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth.
So the scripture says, this book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth. Read.
But thou shalt meditate therein day and night.
But we shall meditate in this book of the law day and night. Read.
That thou mayest observe to do according to all that is written therein.
So we can do according to all that is written therein. Okay, read.
For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and then thou shalt have good success.
Then we will make our way prosperous, and then we will have good success. All right. So understanding this book of the law. All right. So there's 5 categories of law. Okay. Who can name them? Moral, civil. Get a mic. Give Brother Montazah mic.
Moral, civil.
Is it on?
Mic check, mic check.
See if it's on. Oh no, is it this one? It might be this one. Oh, okay. No worries. That's all good. What's this one? There we go.
Mic check, mic check.
Yep.
Moral, civil, and dietary.
Moral, civil, dietary. You're missing 2 more.
Moral, civil, dietary.
Who can help them out?
Sacrificial.
Sacrificial.
Sacrificial. I remember that one. Tripping.
Yeah.
And
one more.
Judicial. The judicial law. What is it?
Civil. Yes. You said it right though. You can say judicial, but civil law. Civil. Okay. So we're gonna break. But you did good. That's good. So remember, moral, civil, sacrificial, ceremonial, dietary. Okay. And you can turn it off if you're not using it, so it won't make that clicking noise out there. So don't forget those. Okay. It's very important. All right. Those are very important. Okay. So let's go ahead and we're going to dive into the moral aspects of the law. All right. The moral aspects. So the first thing I want to do is, who knows what the definition, of moral is, or moral? Anybody know? I'll read the definition that I have here because I like this definition. All right. It says a general rule of right living conduct that conforms to accepted standard of right and wrong. All right. So it is a general rule of right living. Okay. A general rule of right living. Okay. So it basically means to be right, a good person. You ever heard somebody say, man, you got some good morals, right? You got good morals. Meaning you got a good type of personality. You understand? A person of like high value, right? And then what's the opposite of that?
Immoral.
Immorality, exactly, or immorality, right? So I like the definition I have here. I'm going to read the definition of immorality. It says immoral conduct or practices harmful or offensive to society. Now that's cold. That's a cold definition. It says, I'm going to read it one more time. Immoral conduct or practices harmful or offensive to society. Harmful, and so any act that is harmful to society, right, will be considered immoral. Or they say inhumane, like inhumane practices, right? So this is where we're going to get into the moral law, okay? Moral law is comprised of respect, right? You got to deal with respect, all right? You got to deal with certain sexual conducts, right? All of those things deal with morality, right? And we're gonna get into it, all right? Let's get Exodus 20:1, because the whole 10 Commandments comprise of the moral aspects of the law. We're gonna read this, Exodus 20.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 1. And God spake all these words, saying, I am the Lord God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage.
Read.
Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
So it says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Now this is important. Why? Why is the Most High saying that you shall have no other gods before him? Because the things that other gods will have you do will have you acting in what? Immoral. Okay, immoral. We're going to talk about that. Read.
Verse 4. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image.
Because when you start making graven images and worshiping idols, what happens? I got a thought. We got to sacrifice Jacob. And all the kids, we got to sacrifice them and kill them on the altar for our God, the statue. You understand? Is that harmful to society? Absolutely, that's harmful. Because what happens when you kill all the kids? No future, right? So the Most High is like, keep from idols, read.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath,
read.
Or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them, nor serve them.
Read.
For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children into the third and fourth generation of them that hate.
Let's get to the point. So let's skip a little bit. Let's get verse 12 now.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Now, why do you think honoring your mother and father is a moral act? Why do you think that? That's important. You might think that's not as important as it really is. Okay, honor your mother and father, yeah, because your kids are just supposed to do that. But when you don't, I got you. When you don't honor your mother and father, and you become a man, are you going to honor anybody in society? No, you're not. If you grew up not listening to your mother and father, you think you're going to care if somebody tell you not to do right or wrong? So when does morality start? As a child. That's when morality starts, as a child. We're going to understand what some good practices of morality are. Because let me ask you this. Is Esau promoting morality among children? No, he is not. Children are little adults. They have their own minds. Let them be free. You should not oppress them like that. You can't do that. Why do Esau want you not to have discipline for your kids? Because he wants your children to grow up immoral. All right? That's what he wants for your kids. He wants to get your kids' minds so that when they become adults, sin can be fully magnified. Okay? So the Bible says, this is the first code of morality that we're going to get into. Honor thy father and thy mother. Now, family, what are the laws on teaching your kids to honor you? We're going to get it, all right? Because we got to deal with children first. The children are, wasn't that Michael Jackson? That's the children of the world or something like that? Is that Michael Jackson? Yeah, he's a We Are the World. But they had all the kids singing and holding hands and all that. Yeah, you're right. The kids are the world. Because when we all dead and gone, who's going to be left? And if you ain't taught them right, what's your nation going to look like? A mess. Right? That's why the Most High said, honor these. The laws of God give you guidance on what you should be. He said, honor your mother and father, not just because that's just the right thing to do. He said that Because you have to preserve the next generation. Ooh, this next generation gonna be crazy. Ooh, my daughter's generation. Low key, no hope, but it is. We know the Most High got us, right? Because you look at the, it's crazy. Twerking at 7. I mean, it's real. You understand? Mama at the party. I seen the video. Mama at the party twerking on Elmo at the kids party. Kids all around looking. What kind of kids them gonna be? You understand? All right. So let's read that one more time from the top.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 12.
Uh-huh.
Honor thy father and thy mother,
Read.
that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee.
Uh-huh. Now the Most High God, he said this was so serious. We're gonna read some law. But let's get Colossians 3 and 20 real quick. Because it's funny how our good Christian brothers, they always say the law's done away with, but all the New Testament was doing was reiterating the law. Get this in Colossians 3 and 20.
The book of Colossians, chapter 3, verse 20.
Uh-huh.
Children, obey your parents in all things.
Obey your parents in all things, kids. All the kids in here. Don't matter how old you are either. If you got parents, it says obey them in all. Now we understand that's according to the law, of course. But if your parents are in this truth, obey them, right? Read.
For this is well-pleasing unto the Lord.
This is well-pleasing unto the Lord. Is that it? Okay, come. Go from there. Go to Ephesians 6 and 4. We're going to move a little fast because we got a lot today. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 4.
Read.
And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath.
Uh-huh. So read actually one. Start at 1.
The book of Ephesians, chapter 6, verse 1. Children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right.
Obey your parents in the what?
In the Lord.
Now, we're not talking about obey your parents in all things. So if mama tell you to twerk in front of Elmo, you do that. No. We talking about obey him in the what? In the Lord. Right? Read.
For this is right. Honor thy father.
But this is moral. This is right. Right? Read.
Honor thy father and mother, which is the first commandment with promise.
This is the first commandment with promise, because what was the promise? That your days may be what? Longer upon the earth. I'm going to show you some examples with our youth, how we're immoral and our days are not long upon the earth. What's the average lifespan between a black man in LA? You lucky to make 20. Because you got a bunch of immoral children running around, robbing, stealing, killing. All right, watch this. Now, let's see how serious the Most High takes this. Get Leviticus 20 and 9. Get back to the law. Leviticus chapter 20 and 9.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 9. For everyone that curseth his father or his mother shall be surely be put to death.
Shall be what?
Surely put to death.
How many of y'all knew that? How many of you knew that in the time of Israel, if you had some bad, I'm going to be honest today. If you had badass kids that you couldn't, you know what the Lord said? Put them to death. You talking about just a spanking. The Lord said put them to death. Why do you think the Lord said put them to death? Yes, because the Lord is not looking at people like you. Oh, it's just a little baby. The Lord ain't looking at it like that. He like, that little baby gonna grow up to be a big man. And he gonna get worse. Kill him. Kill that. No. And not in my kingdom. Kill that. Watch this. Read.
For everyone that curseth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death.
He said, shall surely be put to death. That's how serious the Most High was. He said, man, if you got a, let's get another one before go to Proverbs 20 and 20. He said, look, you got any immoral children, put them to death. Watch this. Read.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 20, verse 20. Whoso curseth his father or his mother, his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness.
It says his lamp shall be put out in obscure darkness. Because again, who do children learn how to respect authority from first? The parents. So if they don't respect your authority, what are them children going to do when they get older? They're not going to respect authority. Now, somebody in America, because America is such a land of wickedness and evil, somebody in America be like, well, my cousin disrespected her mom and dad, but look, my cousin's successful and she's this and that, and she does whatever she wanted. In God's kingdom, in his land, you can't just be free willy-nilly and do what you want. You can't do that. You got stuff now where they telling you can't even tell a kid what his gender is.
Right.
You got to let him figure it out. He want to be a cat, let him be a cat. You're going to be a dog, let him be a dog. Most High didn't say that. He said you got to do what? Obey. So family, how do we teach our kids and show them how to obey? How do we teach our kids morality? Law, but specifically. Example? Okay. Get Proverbs 13:24. Let me show y'all. Exactly. Go ahead. Read it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 13, verse 24.
Read.
He that spareth his rod hateth his son.
He that spares the rod hates his son. Oh, he doesn't need a whooping. No, he's just a baby. I started whooping my kids when they got understanding. My son got understanding. He know what he doing. He get popped. 8 months, 7 months. Whenever he get understanding, he start getting popped. It ain't no time limit. You better discipline your kid. You ever seen a baby? Babies know what they're doing and they be mad and be kicking their legs, doing all of that. Nah, we don't do that. We don't do that. Chill out. Looking. Yeah, that's called discipline. Get used to it, because as you get older, it's gonna get worse. Get used to it. And all those people that, oh no, it's just a baby. It's just a little bit. You spoiling your child, meaning you're making them rotten, meaning you're not teaching them what? Morality. That's why the Lord says, he that spares the rod, read.
He that spareth his rod hateth his son.
You hate your son. Why do you hate your son? Yeah, but why? Why do you hate your son? If you are your child, when you spare the rod. Because you're going to let the Most High chastise them when they get older. That's why you got mama at the funeral. Oh, my baby, he died. He didn't do nothing wrong. And he was out there thugging and G-sliding and gangbanging and killing and robbing. Then he finally get killed, and we at the funeral crying. Pastor talking about he in a good place now. No. You know the mamas that got that, my baby can't never do no wrong mentality? But that's a wrong mentality. You got to do what? Read it one more time.
He that spareth his rod hateth his son, but he that loveth him chasteneth him betimes.
But if you love him or her, right, you chasten him betimes. What does that mean? Often. You need to chastise them often. Right? Was that all of that? Let's get the go to Proverbs 23 and 13. Read that.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 23, verse 13.
Read.
Withhold not correction from the child.
Don't withhold correction from your child. Did he give an age? Said a child. Read.
For if thou beatest him with the rod.
If you do what?
For if thou beatest him with the rod.
Watch this.
He shall not die.
He not gonna die. That's the Most High talking to y'all. He not gonna die. Whoop his butt. Because you're teaching him to fear God. You put the fear of God in him. And you teach him why. You know why you getting this whooping? You know why you getting this spanking? You getting this spanking why? And you make them understand why. Because I did X, Y, and Z. Because I didn't listen to you when you told me to clean my room. Because you didn't listen to me. You know, I don't know how it is. You know, when I got my son, but when he gets older, I don't know what it is about. I've been looking up articles, and for some reason, boys don't like. I don't know. It ain't gonna be my son, but boys don't like taking showers at certain ages, like at 10 and 9 and all that. They want to play the game all day, not get in the bath. And parents be telling their kid get in the bath, and they be like, I don't want to get in the bath. I don't want to get in the shower. Y'all ever seen them videos on YouTube and Facebook of the kids beating up their grandma, kicking? Y'all seen that video? It's a video. Yeah, it's a video of the kids. You seen that? Video of the kids, they hitting their grandma, kicking her, and all type of stuff. That's because somebody is spoiling the child. Read that again. Read.
Proverbs chapter 23, verse 13. Withhold not correction from the child.
Read.
For if thou beatest him with a rod, he shall not die.
All right, let's go from there. Go to right. Yeah, read 14. Yeah.
Verse 14. Thou shalt beat him with a rod and shalt deliver his soul from hell.
It says you shall but beat him with a rod to do what? Deliver his soul. Because do you want the Most High to get him? Nah, I gotta get it. Hey, look, I'm putting the fear of God in you. I'm teaching you good manners. All right, this is how you, because you have to start training in morality as a child. You can't just wait till somebody is 15 years old and start trying to teach them good morals. That it does not work like that. You have to teach them as children. You know what being a gardener is? You can't start taking care of the plant when the plant is grown. You got to take care of it when you don't see it, when it's in that dirt. You got to till the dirt. You got to water the dirt. You got to do all of that. You can't wait to the end. So the Most High God is like, you better get on your children because they're going to be the future generation. And if you don't get on them, then you're spoiling them and you're not delivering their soul from hell. Right? Was that all of that? Yes, sir. Right. We're moving a little fast. 31. Ecclesiasticus or Sirach 31.
Ecclesiasticus or Sirach chapter 30, verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod.
He that loves his son does what?
Causeth him oft to feel the rod.
There is no limit in age. When my son get 15, he just graduated now. I don't need to whoop him with a rod. I'll punch him in the chest. Welcome to graduation. True story. Start getting out of line. When you're a young man and you start feeling yourself, your daddy got to put him in the right place. And my dad had to do that to me a couple times. But guess what? It saved my life. Saved my life. Forget all this. I'm friends with my kids.
Right.
I'm not a friend with my kid. I'm your father. I'm not your friend. I'm not your homie. I'm not your partner. I'm not your buddy. I'm your parent. Parenting is a full-time job. You never stop being a parent. Even when you think you stop being a parent, you never stop. Your kids constantly look at you. Every second they're looking at what you're doing. You're the first thing that they see and how they should behave. Understand? Watch, read.
Verse 1. He that loveth his son causeth him oft to feel the rod, that he may have joy of him in the end.
Because I don't care if you crying and you mad at me when you're young. When you get older, you're going to respect what I did. How many of y'all got dads in here? Raise your hand. How many of y'all got chastised by your dad? How many of y'all grown now and respect it? I respect it to the utmost. Me and my dad like this. Boy, me and my dad, when I was a kid, I had a couple of hiccups when I was a kid. I ain't going to lie. My dad put me in my place, and I thank God for that. I thank God, not like that. I gotta be honest. I thank God I wasn't raised with mommy. Because if I was raised with mommy, I'd be terrorizing my mom. I ain't gonna lie. She would be nothing she could do. She wouldn't be able to stop me. Thank God. Most High said, put this little Negro by his dad. His dad gonna know what to do. I never forget. It was certain things that I didn't understand, and rules that my father used to tell me that I didn't get. Like I remember one time I used to wash cars in the neighborhood. Used to wash cars in the neighborhood. I'm trying to get money, right? My dad told me I couldn't do it. Now, at the time, I didn't realize why my dad said I couldn't do it. The only thing I felt was he's trying to stop me from progressing. Shouldn't you be happy that your son is out there trying to hustle and get money, right? I'm going door to door. I'm trying to wash people's cars and the whole thing. And I was so mad at my father that he took away my little money that I was getting from washing people's cars. But you know the underlying truth to what was going on? I was washing cars, right? And I guess working for the neighborhood gangbangers. I didn't realize at the time. I'm just like, hey, young dude, you want to wash some cars, make some money? I'm like, yeah, I want to make some money. He said, cool. Wash these cars. I'll give you a cut and boom. And then it was me and my other partner. We was partners. We was going throughout the community washing cars. My dad told me, nope, you can't do it. Fast forward a couple years later, I'm a man now. I run into my friend that I used to watch cars with, and he banged out from the same hood that we was washing cars for. You know why my dad stopped me from doing that? Because my dad could see things that I couldn't. My dad seen things, even though I thought, why are you stopping me from doing this? That's not fair. My dad taught me good principles by showing me it ain't up for you to, you don't gotta understand right now. Right. I'm not negotiating this with you right now. I'm your father. I'm telling you what you're not gonna do. And it don't matter if you don't understand it right now. Because do we bargain with our kids? No, you can't bargain with your kid. Does the Most High bargain with us? The bargain is do right and live. Do wrong and die. That's the bargain. So you know what your bargain should be in your household with your kids? Do right or get this rod. Do wrong, do right and don't get this rod. Do wrong and get this rod. That should be your only bargain. There is no other bargain. You understand? But Esau has taken that away from us as a people. And this is why our kids are running rampant. Y'all ever seen these little kids walk by? Watch this. Read.
Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 30, verse 1.
Read 2.
Verse 2. He that chastiseth his son shall have joy in him, and shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance.
You know how much my dad always talk about me all the time? He's so proud of me. My son is doing this and that. He always showing my kids pictures of because my dad is proud of me now. But when I was a kid, it wasn't always like that because I didn't understand. But I thank God that he had my father have a sense of morality to keep me away from certain things and to protect me. I wasn't exposed to a lot of things at an early age. Right? Read.
He that teacheth his son, Salakia, he that teacheth his son grieveth the enemy, and before his friends he shall rejoice of him.
Read verse, let's get down to the point. Read verse 7.
Verse 7. He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wound.
Don't always tell your son how good he is and how cute he is and how loving he is and all. Don't do that all the time. Don't do that all the time. Sometimes, fathers, you just got to have an attitude for no reason sometimes. Just to let him know. Good morning, Dad. How you doing? All right? Cool. You good? Just to let him know. Just to have that. You can't always be, oh, son, I love you, son. That's what people always think they got to do with their kids. Terrible parents. It's not a good parent. The scriptures say a unjust balance is what?
Abomination.
Abomination to them. You gotta have a balance. You gotta have that balance. I always use Tazawar. That's a good brother. He got a good balance. Tazawar, he gonna laugh with you, he gonna joke with you. But don't go to that other side. Because Tazawar, you got that. That's a good brother right there. You know what I'm saying? That's a good brother. No, not for real. That's a good brother. No, it's okay. He's a man. That's how he's supposed to be. I'm gonna joke with you. I'm gonna play with you. But when it's time to get down to the business, everybody know he's not playing right now. He's in the business. It's like every man got to be in his home. You got to have that good balance. You understand? That's what you got to do. You got to do that with your kids. With your daughter, too. We're going to get some specifically with the daughter, too. Let's keep reading. Read.
He that maketh too much of his son shall bind up his wounds, and his bowels will be troubled at every cry. And horse not.
See, because then you raise a son that be living with it. You know, them 30-year-old men live with their mama still? Playing video games all day. They ain't doing nothing. All they do is sleep. Mama, 60 years old. She's still working. She go to work. He home sleep. She going to bed, get ready for work. He at the bed sleep. All day he just sleep. That's a worthless son. And that's because you know what? At every little boo-boo, your son went and fell and hurt his leg. Oh my God. You know, the women nowadays, you got to teach your son to be in touch with his feminine side. What are you talking about? That is a boy. Teach that man how to be a man at a young age. Your daughters too, though. You can't just baby them all the time either. You got to have a balance with them too. Teach them. Watch this. Read.
Verse 8. And horse not broken becometh headstrong.
A horse, you ever seen a horse that's not broken, that's headstrong? Wild, huh? You don't want to mess that horse. That horse messing around and kill you. Now, y'all ever seen them parents that can't take their kids out? Oh, man. Oh, man, you ever seen them parents that you standing in the line at Chuck E. Cheese? And they, they hitting, kicking Chuck E. Cheese in the leg. You ever seen them kids having a tantrum? Shut up! Telling their parents to shut up. No! Spilling juice on purpose, man. And me and my wife be like, I do one of these. Be quiet. Keep playing. I do one of those. They know already. Like, all right, come on, let's go to the van. We go right to the van. Because, you know, kids are smart. I scream loud enough, they can't do nothing to me. No. You got to make sure you discipline them in public, too. Because then they're going to start thinking Esau wants your kids to have power over you. Why? Because he doesn't want you to teach your kids. He wants you to think your kids are your best friends. And they're not. I'm sorry. I'm not having no headstrong kid. I'm going to whoop you, and if you call the cops, then you just go. I'll give you up. Just go. Go in the system. You think they're going to treat you better? Go in the system. It's all right. But in this house, we're going to live by the law and morality. Watch this, read.
And horse not broken becometh headstrong, and a child left to himself will be willful.
Read.
Conquer thy child.
That means baby thy child, read.
And he shall make thee afraid.
And he gonna make you scared. You ever seen a parent scared of their kid? Man, scared of how you scared of your kid? And it start early. I'm trying to tell y'all, these behaviors start early. You know what it start off like? You ever seen them little boys or whatever, or them little girls, and they be kicking at their parents and all that? Doing all that and kicking at their... I ain't never had that issue. You do like that at me, that butt gonna be on fire. Never, because that's teaching them that it's okay for me to strike my mother, strike my father. That's okay to do that. No, it's not okay. You understand? I remember I had that problem as a young kid. I used to haul off and hit people, man. When I was a kid, when I was young, I used to just hit people. When my sister was born, she probably was like a couple months old. I slapped my sister. Yeah, I was that type of kid, hitting, fighting. Yeah, the only person I knew not to ever do nothing to was my father. He got me in line. You know what? And I thank God for my grandmother was tough too. My grandma, oh boy, I got some whoopings in my day, and I thank them for that. I love them for that because I am who I am because of them. Even though they didn't have the law, they still had certain understandings of law. You understand what I'm saying? And discipline. You understand? Watch this. Read.
Verse 9. Conquer thy child, and he shall make thee afraid. Mm-hmm. Play with him, and he will bring thee to heaviness.
And you know what's so crazy about kids? You ever ever been around a bad kid? But then when the kid come to your house, like, you know, I ain't gonna say relative name, but got a kid as bad as hell. No respect to the parents. When she come to my house, she respectful. Because kids know who they can do that with and who they can't. We don't play bad kids. We don't do that. Why? Because you have to preserve the next nation. You can't do that, right? Scriptures say you can't conquer your child or he'll make you afraid, right? Read.
Verse 10. Laugh not with him, lest thou have sorrow with him.
Read.
And lest thou gnash thy teeth in the end.
Read.
Give him.
This is important. Read.
Give him no liberty in his youth.
That's not fair. Your kid, when they grow up, they're gonna act out and they're gonna be worse. That's a damn lie. Let me tell y'all something, man. I got 6 kids. I monitor what my kids do. You understand? Some cartoons, they can't watch certain things because certain things is just not beneficial for their development of their brain when they're young. So I monitor what my kids watch. I monitor what my kids do. And in my home, I train my kids the way that I want them to be trained. You understand? That's how I do it. And I have trust in the Most High that as I train my kids in the way that I want them to be trained, it's up to them as they get older to navigate in what they were trained from. And if they don't, then that's on them. But by no means am I going to just let them have freedom. I'm gonna give them a fighting chance. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna educate them. I'm gonna keep them from certain things. Certain things I don't let them watch. My kids grew up on all the old cartoons, all the old stuff, the old good stuff. We don't watch none of the new stuff. You got transvestites in the cartoons and all type of stuff now. You gotta monitor. You can't give your kid freedom. Your kid, true story. It was a girl, and she actually was a teenage girl. She lost her life because her parents wanted her to go to parties and all of that. Because they think that that's what a teenager's supposed to do. Teenagers supposed to be able to go be at parties humping in the dark. That's what teenagers got to be able to do. And if you don't let your teenager do that, you bad. Come on, man. Y'all know what the parties was back then. Stop acting like y'all don't know. You think I'm going to let my daughters go to something like that? But anyway, these parents went, let their daughter do, and guess what? She ended up dead the next morning. So you know who fault that was? The parents. You killed your daughter. You let her go be a grown woman, and she was only 15 years old. She got killed. Same night. True story. Never forget. This a real life story. I never forget. It was one spring break. I tell this story all the time. It was one spring break. That was the best freedom I ever had in my life when I was a teenager. Because my dad didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't think we was out there doing what we was doing. He like, oh, 14, 15. He ain't knowing, yeah, I'm 14 and my friend Tino, he 15, but we got other friends that's 18. The other friends that's 19. And you know what we was doing? Driving around all night. He thinking we at the house, sleeping over and all that. Nah, we all night driving around the city, going to parties, going to kickbacks, going to doing all that. I'm being honest with you guys. I gotta call a spade a spade. Doing adult things that we shouldn't have been doing. And you know what my father did? He came to pick me up. I didn't even know he was gonna come that early. He came to pick me up from the house. We just so happened to be having a big old party. He walked up, his face was like, walked up, seen it was a fight in the front. They pulled out guns. He came in the party. I'm in there. He called me out. He got me out of there. That was a quiet ride home. And I didn't do nothing ever since that. Couldn't do nothing. Every time it was a get together or party, I couldn't do nothing. My dad, you know what? I thank my dad for that, because you know all of the people that were able to do that stuff, man. If I was to show you where their life is at now, we're gonna get to it. It's bad. Watch this. Read
verse 11.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Give him no liberty at his youth.
Watch this.
And wink not at his fathers.
And don't be one of those fathers when your son do something bad, you be like, that's right, son. Yeah, my boy, get him. Yeah. Don't do that with your son. You happy because your son out there in fornication, and you happy with my son a little mad. Don't be happy with that. That's not how you're supposed to raise a son. That's not good moral practices. Right? Watch this. Read.
Bow down his neck while he is young.
It says bow down his neck while he is young. Read.
And beat him on the sides while he is a child.
And beat him on the sides while he is a child. Read.
Lest he wax stubborn and be disobedient unto thee, and so bring sorrow to thine heart.
Read.
Chastise thy son and hold him to labor.
Make sure he's taking out that trash every morning that it needs to be taken out. Got these parents, kids don't even have no chores. Kids can. How you 10 and can't clean up your room? True story. My kids learn how to clean at 2. Pick up that sock. No. Pick the sock up. Pick it up. Pick it up. Put it in the paper. Put it here. Pick this up. Put it over there. Kids learn about it. As soon as they can walk and they understand, pick that up. Get that. All my kids clean up. From Nala to Pará, they all got chores. Clean up. Go clean up. It ain't no one. She's a baby. She doesn't really have to clean up. No, clean up. They all do that. The older ones now, guess what? They put them in the bath. Y'all put them in the bath. We not putting them in the bath. You give them a bath. You wash them up. You do that. Y'all do that. When y'all done eating, mommy and daddy, we just cooked. We not cleaning up after nothing. My plate gonna stay right here and all. Y'all clean that up. Throw the food in the trash. Wipe the tables off. Put a new trash bag in the trash can. They do that all now. Every single one of them do that right now. That's how you raise your kids. And then you wonder why. Yeah, it's all praises. Then you wonder why when people be like, your kids are so well behaved. Yeah, it's because I beat them with the rod. What's the secret? People be asking me that when we out, like, you know, we just got blessed.
Oh man.
True story. Understand? We don't play. There is no age limit. When your kid got understanding, put them to work. You don't think my son ain't gonna be put to work? He gonna be doing everything my daughters do too. Trash, cleaning up, all that. Watch this, read.
Verse 14.
Uh-huh.
Better is the poor.
Okay, stop right there. Go, let's get to this. And now let's go to 26 and 10. Sirach 26 and 10.
Sirach, or Ecclesiasticus in your Apocrypha, chapter 26, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
If thy daughter be shameless.
Now, if your daughter be shameless, right? Your daughter be shameless. Now, let's be honest, family. Pray to God there's none of us in here. But, you know, the reality of it is you can kind of tell when your daughter is shameless at an early age. You got to start correcting that. You know how you give your daughter good morals? You know what you do when they're young? Stay out of men's face. Nope. Get out of men's face. Don't be in men. Nope. You say hi. You can laugh. You can play, and that's it. Being in men. Don't sit in nobody's lap. Don't even sit in your uncle's lap at a certain age. Don't sit in man's lap. You teach them how to be. You can't leave a child to teach itself. It don't know nothing. You gotta educate them. Put your dress down when you're sitting down. Make sure you got your little shorts on, which under your dress. You want to make sure you got your womanly part. You talk to your children. Teach them how to be. Watch them. I'm already on it. I be at the park. I see they got a little boyfriend, not boyfriend like that, but a little friend that's a boy at the park. I be like, you already know what. They be like, yeah, daddy, yeah. I'm like, all right. I'm just letting you know. Don't be all. I'm not raising no boy crazy girls. No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Make sure you stay focused. Yes, when you get older and stuff, things will happen, but you're gonna learn how to have morality to navigate through those feelings and emotions. That's the point. It's not saying you got to cut those emotions off. You got to know how to navigate through those emotions. You got to learn the protocol of those emotions. You can't cut off emotions. You can't cut off somebody from liking somebody. But you got to know what the Bible says in order to be able to proceed into something in a righteous, moral way, right? Watch this, read.
Verse 10.
Uh-huh.
If thy daughter be shameless,
read.
Keep her in straitly.
You better keep her in straitly. No after school program. I was an after school program kid. Y'all know what he was doing after school program? Yeah. No, for real. That's the truth. Every day I had a homie. I'll never forget. I had a homie every day. You know what he did? He walked new girls every day down the street to his house. Every day. Every single day it was a new girl. He walked down the street. We was in middle school. Every single day. Kid you not. Kids come in 6th grade. They innocent. And I used to work the after school program. They innocent. Kids come in 6th grade. They got the rolling back. The girls got the rolling backpack. They got the little innocent pigtails, rolling backpack. Got the uniform on. They are polite. Hi, Mr. Pons. Hi, Coach P. You know, they all polite. They nice. They go into arts and crafts. Boy, 6 months in the 6th grade, after school program, they turned up. They ain't even the same kids no more. They fighting now, scrapping in the bathrooms. They in the bathrooms giving fellatio. All that. For real. No, it's serious. I mean, we being honest. This is what, but the cool thing about it is, this is what Esau wants your kids to be. No. One of the biggest mistakes you can ever make, dealing with morality and teaching your kids is sending your kids to public school. I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm gonna be honest, because I work there. That's one of the biggest mistakes you could do. To me, in my opinion, my kid would never set foot in a public school. And you know what they always say? They're not going to have a social life. They're going to be antisocial. They're not going to be able to talk. Who ever had a conversation with a dare? She can't stop talking. Like, damn. But then when I want to tell you something, she'll tell you the whole movie. Yeah, you said you was going to tell me one part. You told me the whole movie. Because that's a lie. They're lying to you. I remember, I'll never forget when I told my family they're not going to no public school. They're not going to have a life. Kids got the best life. What are we talking about? The happiest kids. Understand? That's the biggest mistake you could do. Especially, man, unless the Most High, and I'm not saying the Most High don't have guidance on a couple of us, but it's tough. That school stuff. And I'm not just saying public either. I'm talking about charter and all that. Them be the worst ones. The all boys and all girls schools be the worst. Yeah, them girls be trying to turn your daughters out. Facts. You got to protect your kids. But Esau has tricked us to make us think protecting our kids is wrong. Like Esau has tricked us to make us protecting our kids, make that something wrong. But you know who knows that? The fake Jewish community, they know. Yeah. Shoot, they got they control everything, all the narrative. They ain't doing nothing. They got private everything. They ain't going, like, their whole thing is because they understand the benefit of teaching their kids. Black people don't. Because you know what? Black people think kids are a chore. We want to get rid of our kids. We tired of seeing them. I can't wait till y'all go back to school. I can't wait till the summer over. You're telling your kid that. When y'all going back to school? What? Because black people ignorant. That's just a fact. We don't value kids. We don't see the benefit of them because we don't understand the benefit of the next generation. We're selfish. We don't care about the next generation. Somebody over here. What's up with these people?
Because I blocked that person.
Oh, he blocked him? Okay.
I just sent him a message right now.
Yeah, I just blocked him.
Come back.
Con. I just blocked him though. You understand? Read that one more time from the top.
Con. Salakia.
Uh-huh.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 26, verse 10.
Uh-huh.
If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly.
If your daughter be shameless, guess what? Keep her in straitly. You think I ever let mine cheerlead? No. You're not going to have a child. No. You know what happened to the cheerleaders? Come on, man. Come on, let's stop playing. Read.
Lest she abuse herself.
She's going to abuse herself. How you 15 with 10 bodies? The whole school. I know one that got around the whole different school. She was from Gardena to Carson. I said, goddamn, you do Carson to Gardena to Hawthorne? You know everybody know you. Y'all remember the hit list? She in the hit list at another school. How did that work? That's tough. That's tough. Nah, you got to protect your kids. Keep her in shape. Was that it?
No.
Read.
Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
Over too much liberty. Don't give your kids too much liberty. Kids don't need liberty. Kids don't need freedom. They need structure. That's what they need. They don't need liberty. They need structure. You understand? So, why is this important and what does this have to do with morality? Anybody? I said it earlier. This is the most important. This is probably one of the most important topics of my lesson. We're gonna go through different phases of morality, but this is probably the most important because morality starts as a child. You have to learn what morality is as a child. You don't just bing and get. You don't do that. Some of y'all treat y'all kids like gambling. I know what I mean by that. Y'all gambling. Oh, I don't know if they're gonna be good or not. I just let them figure it out. So you gambling with your kids. Now I'm gonna give my child the best chance to be right. I'm gonna give you structure, I'm gonna give you order, and I'm gonna make sure you're right. And I'm gonna teach you how to be moral, I'm gonna teach you how to be good. I'm gonna teach you how to be good to people. You're not gonna be mean to people. If I ever seen any of my kids bullying somebody, they're gonna get in trouble. There's no bullies in my kids. Kids won't do that. And guess what? I teach them, if you see somebody else bullying somebody, you make sure you say something. Because if you don't say something, you're going to get in trouble. Because they are your sisters. Not just your biological sisters, your sisters in the truth. You don't let nobody do anything nasty outside of the law. And you make sure you correct that. Stand up for what's righteous. And you protect each other and you protect your Israelite family. And those are the morals that we raise our children to have. And that's what everybody should be raising their kids to have. We don't gamble with our children. We teach them morality at an early age. Okay, that's it. Now let's go back to Exodus 20. Exodus 20. Y'all know I'll be having to keep it real with y'all, so y'all gonna have to forgive me this lesson because it's gonna be a straight shot. Exodus 20, and let's get to the point. Let's get 13.
Book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 13. Thou shalt not kill.
This is also dealing with morality. Is it okay to be a murderer? You know what the Most High God says? If somebody kill, what you do? You gotta take that person from among you. That's how you think there would ever be, like, think about it. You think there would ever be like serial killers in Israel? Hell no. That's for us to be used to, like, seeing stuff like unsolved mysteries and killers and all that. That's not normal. That's not a normal society. Like, we think that's normal because we've been in America, like Ted Bundy and all these crazy ass people. You know, the Most High say, kill that man. Get him. He's evil. Get him from among you. You killing 20 people and burying their bodies and breaking down their bodies and dissolving it in the acid and all that. You think that would be happening in Israel? Hell no. I'm gonna show you why it wouldn't be happening in Israel, right? Because the Most High gonna teach you morality. And what are the one ways that you get morality followed? By punishment. That's why when your kid is a kid, the first teachers of the morality are you. You gotta beat your kids, whoop your kids when they do wrong. But now as they become adults, now they in the big leagues now. They in the hands of who? The Most High. Watch this. Well, Esau now, but the Most High when he's in our land. Read Proverbs 1 and 10. Why you think all these young dudes running around glorifying getting bodies and killing everybody? All the rap lyrics is killing. We literally got a genre called drill music, and they brag about the bodies they got, and we listen to that. Yeah, that's what our kids, and you let your kids listen to that. What Bobby Smurder say? I caught a body about a week ago. That's not cool. You killed somebody, bro. And then when he got out of jail, we praised him. Yeah, I think it was. They tried to ban it in New York or something, didn't they? It's just like gangster rap. It's just they always add new. It ain't none of it new. It's all recycled garbage. It's nothing different than what Corrupt and them was talking about back in the day. They just call it a different. They just got a different name to it. Drill. They call it drill music now. We bragging about the bodies that we got. Well, I ain't gonna lie. It's probably a little worse now because they actually detailing them crimes they did. I think it's a little worse now. I ain't gonna lie. Because they,
YM Millie.
Yeah. YM Millie. Yeah. Ain't he in jail right now or something? He got life. What's that other one? Kate. What's his name?
Kate Flocker.
Not him. The young one.
I did the dash. That one.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name? The one I did the dash. He was bragging. Still TK, yeah. That dude he gone. Dude was young, bragging about killing people. You know what we do? We glorify this. We let our kids listen to this, and then you know what they grow up and become? Killers. You wonder why they become killers because it's no morality. Read.
You said Proverbs 1 and 10.
Oh yeah. Proverbs 1 and 10. We're gonna read all the way to 19.
Proverbs chapter 1, verse 10. My son, if sinners entice thee.
And see, this is why it's so detrimental to make sure you watch who your kids hang around. Watch who you hang around, because the scripture says, if sinners entice you, can sinners entice you? Yeah. Somebody told me one time, I used to do Uber, right? And had this woman in my car, and she was, asked me, we talking. She found out I had like 5 daughters. She was like, "Oh, good luck," right? So I was like, "Why you say that?" She was like, "Because my daughter right now, she's just rebelling against me. So, she's in college and she's, wearing skimpy clothes. And she said she always used to rebel against me like that. Like when she was younger and a teenager, she would walk out the house wearing one thing and then be in a whole nother thing later." And she was like, "I did the best I could. I tried to do the best I could in raising her." So in my mind, me, I'm kind of like I'm a logical thinker, right? So I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, no, it's something in my mind. I didn't tell her this, but I'm like, it's something that you didn't do. I know it is, but I'm gonna get down to the bottom of it because we're gonna keep talking. And if you continue to talk, you'll realize like, oh, see, that's what you did. So she was like, "Yeah, I did everything I could. I had her, never let her wear skimpy stuff. She'll sneak out and wear it, hide skimpy clothes and stuff like that. And now she's just in college with her friends and she's just living amok and she's just going crazy. And it's just saddened to me, and she used to get her friends used to help her sneak stuff." And I said, "Aha, that was your problem. You let her have these people that she hung around. So it doesn't matter how much you do to train. You let her have these friends. So you let them corrupt your child." She said, "Well, I didn't tell her that, but I'm listening to her." She's like, "Yeah." So I started talking to her more like her friends. So you would let her go to her friend's house. I'll let her go spend the night at her friends, and then her friends and stuff like that, and she'll be sneaking and they'll cover for her. And her friends used to always wear skimpy clothes too. And I'm like, that's what happened. So now that she's grown, she's rebelling against you because now she can finally be 100% with the friend she was with. So you know how you solve all of that? I might get crucified for this, but it is what it is. You gotta choose your kids' friends. What you talking about? No, you can't go. No, you're not going over there. What? No, don't even think about that. It's man, look, it don't even stop with just friends. It's family. Cousins. It's certain cousins I won't. What? Never. I never let no. You gotta protect your child. You ain't going over there doing that, because now what influence do they have? It's the friends. Watch this. Read.
Verse 11. If they say, "Come with us, let us lay wait for blood."
You see that? Why you think my dad, he told me I couldn't hang with those friends no more after that spring break? I'm all at school and they all like, "Man, it's about to be turned up this weekend, man. It's about to be popping. It's about to be, can you go, Key?" "Nah, I can't even go, man." "You can't go?" "And why your dad?" "Man, I can't even go." But I thank my dad for that. I thank him for that. He protected me. You gotta pick and choose for your friends, kids' friends. Watch this, read.
If they say, "Come with us, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause." Because
then your kid is 13 years old with a body. And you think he's just a random kid just to start, and your son out there G-sliding with the homies that he with. 13 years old, got a body, and you don't even realize it. You don't even know it as a parent. Because the friends then said, in order to be on, you know what age they start gangbanging, right? All up in them ages. Start gangbanging at that age. And parents, they be so, and another thing too, parents, it's like they be naive with their kids. Like they don't watch their kids. Like, how you miss that? My dad put a stop to that at an earlier, and I'm just using my experiences. We couldn't wear red or blue. And do we gangbang? He said, "No, you can't. We go shopping for clothes, you can't get blue or red." Me and my brother both went through a little phase. My older brother went through a little I went through a little blood phase and I went through a little crip phase. I'll never forget. My brother used to wear the little red in his chucks, the red shoestrings in his chucks. He used to always wear red. He had a all red sweater on all the time with Dickies. You know, because back then we was wearing, that was like 2004 and stuff, right? Dickies and I was doing the same thing with blue. You know what my dad did? He took all our blue and red clothes and threw them away. Dad wasn't having that because he was teaching us how to be good morals, because what good morals come from cripping and blooding. So we don't fall in love with that lifestyle. We ain't doing that. You understand? But some people don't have that, and guess what? When a sinner enticed them and say they do what? Read.
Verse 11. They say, come with us. Let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privately for the innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as a grave, and whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find all precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil.
So what are they talking about? Flocking. I know what flocking is, right? They robbing. That's what I guess flocking is a hood term for robbing. They robbing. They going up against in houses. They got out here in LA, they got a whole team of people that just rob. Literally. And they professional. See this? But you think this would have been able to happen in Israel? Why? Because the morality is different. The morality is different. And you will be held accountable sternly. See, the difference with America is the culture that we have as a people is immoral. We glorify the robbers. All of the little girls, they want to date the killer. And if you smart and go to school, you a square. We the only people that say you a square if you smart. Doesn't make any sense. But it starts as a young kid. You know, you ever seen them parents, they laughing because their kid is saying cuss words? They laughing. You don't do that with your kid. You're teaching them bad morals. Watch this, read.
Verse 14. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, walk not thou in the way with them. Refrain thy foot from their path.
Says, walk not with them. So I don't care if my son get a friend. He like, Dad, this is my friend. If that friend got a life of crime, you can't hang with him. Because what the Bible say? Walk not with him. Read.
For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood.
Why would I send my children to run with evil people? And then when they get older, what are they going to be? Evil. Watch, read.
Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird, and they lay wait for their own blood. They lurk privately for their own lives. So are the ways of everyone that is greedy of gain, which taketh away the life of the owners thereof.
See, they talking about stealing, and then they kill you. Didn't they do that to Pop Smoke? Robbed them and then killed them? That's what they do. The Most High is literally denouncing Black culture. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
The Most High is literally against everything that Black people are for. Why we can't see this? The Lord literally hates rap music. I'm talking about good rap music. I'm talking about all that ratchet. The Lord hates that. Cardi B, the Lord hates her. Nicki Minaj, the Lord hates her. Because not only are they promoting wickedness, they spreading it throughout the nation. All right, do y'all understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? These young little, every rapper with little in his name, the Lord hate them. Little or baby. If it got a baby in the name, I don't even want to hear it really. I'm kind of iffy. Like he got, what's his name? Baby Smooth? I don't know. Little Craze? Little Baby? I can't even. Okay, now I really can't. If you Little Baby, I can't even listen to you. Duh Baby? Right? Go ahead.
What what you bringing out is so heavy, and I hope that people understand because, you know, especially with that music, if you notice, like when you look at, you can go right now, look at the, you know, top 10, top 20, whatever, you know, hip hop artists that's being listened to right now. You can go through all their music, all their lyrics. It's all influence and sin. So like you can dig through those crates, right? And then you can try to find, you know, positive rappers that are out there. If you notice, by design, they ain't getting no spins.
Nope.
The reason why, I don't mean to interrupt your lesson.
No, go ahead.
But the reason why is because they have to keep it like that because that music, when we get in our car, it's the reason why they got a radio in the car. It's the reason why they make headphones. It's the reason why they got these things because you're constantly listening to it and it's influencing your mindset. You know what I'm saying? I didn't understand that at a young age. I grew up listening to gangster rap. Even though I was a good kid, man, city, so to say, I still was influenced in a certain way. Because the way the music was, it affected how I carried myself. It affected how I thought. You know what I'm saying? I might not have done all those acts. I did some of them. I wasn't innocent. I did some of the stuff. But they gotta have it that way because what does it do? It influences you. Whether people want to admit it or not, that music influenced our community and the vibration of our community. So when you look at our community, start thinking about the music. When you see these youngsters, what they're into, and you want to find out, get to the bottom of it, go listen to the music real quick. Don't listen to it for entertainment, just listen to it. Oh, damn, they rapping about pills. Oh, damn, they rapping about...
And most likely your kid is probably into that if that's what they like.
Oh, damn, they talking about shooting the op. Then you go to these kids that's in the street and talk to them. Oh man, he had to go. He was the op. Man, I'm off a pill and a half right now. And it all goes together. It all goes in conjunction. It's a lot.
And what and the word that I want you to use is it's affecting their morality. That's the whole point. That's why I brought out the kids first, because all of the laws that the Lord has dealing with morality, it starts at the young age. Understand? That's what it starts at. Let's go to Proverbs, Exodus 20 and 21. No, I'm sorry, Exodus 21 and 12.
The book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 12.
So you know why the Lord, this will never happen in Israel? Read.
He that smiteth a man so that he die shall be surely put to death.
You're going to be put to death. Most High said, if any man kill a man, he's going to be put to death. Why does that man have to be put to death? Because you got to put away evil from among you. Read.
Verse 13. And if a man lie not in wait, but God deliver him into his hand, then I will appoint thee a place whither he shall flee. But if a man come presumptuously upon his neighbor to slay him with guile, thou shalt take him from mine altar that he may die.
You see that? So the Lord said, if somebody attack you and you kill him, you know, that's different. Then you got like what we would call like a city of refuge. All right. You'll have like a city of refuge. And the reason why the Lord has this place of refuge is because the Lord knows how, perpetual killings happen. Let's say a man attack me and I kill him. You don't think his family gonna be mad? So now to protect me from getting killed by his family, and then if they kill me, then guess what my family gonna do? And guess what you have? You got Bloods and Crips all in the nation of Israel. So you know what the Most High said? If that happens, there's a city of refuge that they won't be able to get him, and we'll let the judgment go forth there. And if it's turned out that it was no guile, the man is free. But if it was guile, the Lord said, do what? Gotta kill him. You gotta kill him. Let's read.
Verse 15. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall be surely put to death.
And if you even hit your mom and dad, that's why you gotta teach him not to do that now. You hit your, said you shall surely, be put to death. Read. Wait, I think that's all of that. So now, let's go back to Exodus 20. All right. So this is all dealing with morality. So murder, right? Let's also get this 20 and start at verse 50. Wait, let me get there. Exodus 20 and start at 15.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 15. Thou shalt not steal.
Mm-hmm. Says, thou shalt not steal. Guess what? Didn't we just read that in Proverbs? Read on 16.
Verse 16. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor.
Now, you know what that means, right? Bearing false witness, what is that? Lying on your neighbor. Why is that not good? Is that good moral practices? Oh, you a liar? You lying on your brother? All right, let's get this real quick. Go from there. Get Proverbs 6 and 16. Let's get the law first. Get Deuteronomy 19 and 15 first. So what's the judgment if a person bears false witness against you? Anybody know? 19:15.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19, verse 15.
Read.
One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity.
So the way the Most High says is you can't have just one witness. All right? You can't have one. Read.
Or for any sin.
Oh, there it is. Okay, we back. All right, Con. Okay, go ahead from the top. We had so go back from the top. 19 and 15. Deuteronomy 19:15.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19, verse 15.
Uh-huh.
One witness shall not rise up against a man for any iniquity, or for any sin.
Read.
If any sin that he sinneth at the mouth of two witnesses, or at the mouth of three witnesses, shall the matter be established.
So you can't have one witness. The Most High, like, no, we're gonna make sure it's right. My judgments are right. You gotta have how many? You gotta at least have three. And watch this. Read.
If a false witness rise up against any man to testify against him.
And if a false witness, if you a liar and you be lying on people because you don't like somebody and you bringing up a false accusation, read.
Against him that which is wrong, then both the men between whom the controversy is shall stand before the Lord, before the priests and the judges,
read.
Which shall be in those days.
Read.
And the judges shall make diligent inquisition. And behold, if the witness be a false witness, and have testified falsely against his brother, then shall ye do unto him as he hath thought to have do unto his brother.
So you think people gonna second guess lying, huh? If I lied on my brother and said he slept with somebody's wife, and I was found out to be a liar, you know what that judgment is? Death. You know why? Because I wanted my brother to die. I lied on him. But I did it in a sneaky way. I did it in a subtle way. I'm like, I'm not gonna physically kill him, but I'm gonna lie and say I seen him take part in another man's wife. Like exactly like Susanna's story. If you ever read the story of Susanna, she had the two elders and they was lying and all of that. They died. I know a lot of people might hear that death word and be like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. No, that's order. Right. The Lord getting all wickedness out. He like, man, in order to, and that's gonna be the beauty of the kingdom, because in the kingdom we're not gonna have to do this. We're not gonna have to constantly kill people. It's just gonna be in us to be right. But until then, the Lord, like, it can't be no wickedness in my land. Y'all got to get it out. You got to put that person to death. Watch this, read.
So shalt thou put the evil away from among you. Verse 20. And those which remain shall hear and fear, and shall henceforth commit no more any such evil among you.
So how do you make people have good morality? By fear. No, I ain't gonna do that. And it starts at a what? At a young age. It starts at when you're a child. You got to put that fear of God in them, right? So we have to put that fear of God in ourselves now, because a lot of us didn't grow up in the truth. So lying, the Lord says, nah, can't have that, right? You do that, you die. Was that it? Nah, we good. Go to go from there now. Go to Proverbs 6 and 16. Yep. Sister Milka said Daniel's first account of doing righteous judgment. Absolutely. Daniel was a young man. Proverbs 16, 6 and 16. You got it.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 16. These 6 things doth the Lord hate.
You know what the Lord hate? Read.
Yea, 7 are an abomination unto him.
Read.
A proud look.
A proud look. Somebody that got some pride on them. Read.
A lying tongue.
A lying tongue. Are all these good practices of morality? No. The Lord hates these things. The Lord hates liars. The Lord hates thieves. The Lord hates murderers. The Lord hates these things. Read.
And hands that shed innocent blood.
Hands that shed innocent blood. Is that it? Read all the way to 19.
And heart that deviseth wicked imaginations.
A heart that devises wicked imaginations, right? Like evil thoughts, right? And scheming and plotting. Read.
Feet that be swift in running to mischief.
You know, I remember when I was in high school, and you know how every time in high school there was a fight and everybody run to it. I remember I first read this. I said, "Dang!" So everybody used to be running to the fights, and I was the only one that didn't run. And they like, "Why you ain't going to the fight?" I'm like, "Cause Proverbs say we can't run to mischief." You know? They're like, "Dang, you different." I'm like, "Hey man, I ain't running to that. I'd be the only one." Literally, you know, when it's a fight, to clear out the whole. There's an amphitheater in Gardena. The whole amphitheater before people would be a fight over by the lunch area. The whole amphitheater cleared out. I'm like, "Damn." Fast. They running to that mischief. And they flopping over each other. They trying to get their phones out. They trying to. And then the cold thing about it is, "Hey, you got the fight? You got the fight on your phone?" Y'all remember that? "Hey, let me see the fight. Hey, send me the fight." Israel loved mischief.
Man.
You think the Lord would take pleasure in that? The Lord don't want you running to see nobody hurt each other. What if that kid got hit and died? You understand? It's not good morals, but you see how the Lord creates good morals in you? It's the law. This the moral aspect of the law. Don't be a liar. Don't be a killer. Don't be a thief. Don't bear false witness. Don't have any other gods before him, because those other gods are going to teach you how to be immoral. You know what I'm saying? These are all moral aspects of the law. This is all dealing with morality. Watch this. Read.
Verse 19. A false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren.
And you know another thing the Lord hates? The Lord hates a man that causes division between brothers. He hates that. He hates it. The Lord does not like that. You know, one of them brothers, one of these brothers. Man, how you feel about Lob always reading on Saturday? Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, what you feel? Because technically, I think you a better reader. Then the brother be like, "You know what? Yeah." And next thing you know, so in Discord. Now brother Lob try to come give a brother a hand 5. And the brother be like, "Oh, what's up, Lob?" The Lord hate that. Lob be like, "What is wrong with this brother, man?" Oh, Lob don't never do. I'm gonna use him because he don't ever do nothing to nobody. What's wrong with this brother? Yeah. I don't even know what I did to the Jake. I tried to talk to him. He just, every time brothers be hanging out in the back, in the circle. Every time Lob walk up, the brother leave the circle. Every time I come around, this brother just leaves. I don't know what's going on. And then the cold thing about it is multiple brothers in the circle know what's going on, but they're not gonna tell Lob. They're going, "I don't know." The Lord hates that. The Lord hates. That's not what the Lord likes. He hates that. That's not good morality. It's not good morality. That's evil. The Lord ain't standing by nobody like that. You understand? There's laws against that. So when people think that, "Oh, I'm wearing fringes and got a beard," but if you bear false witness or you got hatred in your heart for your brother, guess what? You're not in the truth. You hate your brother. You don't trick yourself in thinking you got a beard and you keeping feast days. You know what I'm saying? You're not in the truth. If you got hatred in your heart for your sister. I use the example all the time. My sisters too. Mad at her sister because the sister cooked good greens. Damn, she could have did a little better on that. It's not mine though. You know, I ain't gonna lie, sisters be the fakest of us. Shalom, sis. Shalom. Lord hate that.
Oh man.
Lord hate that. Lord hate that. Be in the back talking about sister. She thinks she's something because she wrapped her hair wrapped the way she wrapped it. You see that? Lord hates that. It's not morality. There's laws against that. We're reading it. It's a moral aspect of the law, right? Go from there. Let's go from there. So we can for the sake of time. So go back to Exodus 20 and 15. Read all the way down. Actually, go to 14. Exodus 20 and 14.
The book of Exodus.
Wait, before you, read that, yeah.
The book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery.
See that? There's moral aspects of understanding the relationship between a man and a woman. The scripture says, thou shalt not commit adultery. Do you know what adultery is? You should not lie with your neighbor's wife. Because when you lie with your neighbor's wife, that's equal to murder. You guys know that, right? Get Leviticus 18. Leviticus 18. Start at 1.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and saying to them, I am the Lord your God.
Read.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do.
Go to verse 5.
Verse 5. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them. I am the Lord.
Read.
None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him to uncover their nakedness.
So guess what in America you can do now? I remember we brought it out a long time ago. Remember that mother and daughter got married? Yeah. Yes, this is America. Yeah. Mother and daughter got married. Father and daughter fall in love. Yeah, this is evil America. That's not how you're supposed to. That's immoral. That's sick. That's nasty. Most High said, no, that's not moral. That's not good practices of a relationship between what I consider a man and a woman. Watch this. Read.
Verse 7. The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
You're not supposed to be uncovering the nakedness of your father and your mother. You're not supposed to be doing all of that. Yeah, they do that in America. Yeah. Disgusting. Yeah. Immoral. Watch this. Read.
The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover.
You're trying to get your father's wife. Understand? Your father married.
Did he do that?
Huh? Oh yeah, P. Diddy and his son did that.
Yeah.
Lori Harvey, you know, all the women praising her right now for being a damn harlot. Yeah, she had the son and the father. You know what the Bible say about that, right? You're not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to marry my son's wife. And vice versa. Watch this, read.
The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness.
Read.
The nakedness of thy sister, the daughter of thy father, or daughter of thy mother, whether she born at home or born abroad, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
You ain't supposed to be trying to look at your sister and like your sister and vice versa and like your brother. That stuff is sick and that happens. It's a lot of sexual immorality going on in this place. Read.
The nakedness of thy son's daughter, or of thy daughter's daughter, even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
Read.
For theirs is thine own nakedness.
Read.
The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter, begotten of thy father, she is thy sister. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Read.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister.
You ain't supposed to be trying to get your auntie. Man, I've been crushing on my auntie for years. Not supposed to be doing all that. You ever see them women with their sons? They be tongue kissing their sons in the mouth. What are you doing? Yeah. What the hell are you doing? That is nasty. Teaching your son, you ever seen the mama twerking on the son? Yeah, am I the only one see this online?
Nah, it's on there.
Yeah, the mother twerking on the son. son sitting there, mama twerking on, he dancing with mama like that. That's wicked. What is it? What are you teaching him? To be sexually attracted to his mom? That's sick. This is a perverted nation. Read.
Verse 13. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister, for she is thy mother's near kinsman.
Read.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother. Thou shalt not approach to his wife. She is thine aunt.
Read.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law. She is thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
And to y'all might think, this is like, should be common sense. No, it wasn't. That the Lord had to tell Israel that. You know what they were doing in Egypt? All of that. Egypt was a very sexual nation. Yeah, all you Hotep brothers, you know the Hotep sisters? Yeah, they are Hotep sisters. Yeah, y'all are Hotep sisters. Yeah. Every Egyptologist woman is a hoe. Am I lying? They always naked. You ever seen one of them Egyptologist women? They always naked. They praise their womanly part. They the givers of life and all of that. Yeah. That's that Egyptian stuff. At home burning Egyptian musk and doing all types of stuff. This is what they was doing in the land of Egypt. And this is why the Lord said, can't do that. Read. What's this?
Verse 16. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It is thy brother's nakedness.
I ain't supposed to be trying to be with my brother's wife. Read.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Neither shall
you can't have the mama and the daughter. I got the mama and the daughter. You can't do that.
Or kill it.
Yeah, he had the mama and the daughter? Damn. Yeah, R. Kelly church. The judgment of the Lord. Can't have the mama and the daughter. Read.
Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinsmen.
And you can't have her daughter's daughter and her kid. You can't do none of that. Near kinsmen. Read.
It is wickedness. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister.
You can't take a wife to her sister. Read.
To vex her, to uncover her nakedness, besides the other in her lifetime.
Ain't no menage a trois. Can't be out there Nicki Minajing. You can't be doing that. That's the first thing people think. Oh, you could get multiple wives. No, that means it ain't like that. It's an order to it. I can't take my multiple wives and be doing all of that together. You can't do that. That's against the law. Can't do that. Can't uncover them together like that. That's wickedness. Read.
Verse 19. Also thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
What is that? Her cycle. We not running red lights in here, brothers. You know, got some, but I ain't scared of that. I'm a real man. What? That's nasty. You can't run no red lights. Read.
Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife.
Can't have your neighbor's wife. Read.
To defile thyself with her.
Can't defile yourself with your neighbor's wife. Read.
And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord.
See that? Meaning you can't sacrifice your children to Molech. You understand? Read.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination.
There's no such thing as man on man and woman on woman. That is an abomination. The Lord hates that. He hates that. And I'm gonna tell you, this world is so wicked now, boy. I tell you. Y'all ever seen one of them little pride parades? Little kids out there with nothing on. See. And you know what's so crazy? Y'all want to know something? I've never seen somebody that was homosexual modest. You ever seen a modest homosexual? They always naked and perverse and nasty. That's because the Lord said it's wicked. There's nothing righteous with that. Lord said, don't do that. Read.
Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith.
Can't be out there trying to get it on with the cow. Yeah, they do it. Our Mexican brothers do that in Mexico, man. Yeah. Yeah, they do that. They be over there with the goats and the cows and all that. No, for real, I'm dead serious. I had one of my friends from there was like, yeah, no, they do that. They get it on with the goats, cows, all that.
Like that's practice.
That's what they do. So, I'm not saying the whole nation, but it's people that do that. They get down with that. Can't do that. But a lot of y'all might think, well, that's too far-fetched. It's people trying to marry their dogs in America. Ever seen them Edomites tongue kiss their dogs? Yeah, they be tongue kissing their dog. They be tongue kissing their dog. Like for real. Some sick stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna get into it. Go ahead, read.
Verse 23. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down there too. It is confusion.
It's confusion. The Lord, like, man, this is confusion. It's not right. Ain't America the land of confusion? That's why you can't just send your kids out there. You got to teach your kids. You got to gear them up to be ready. Because in the world, I'm telling you, they're gonna do some sick. They're gonna try to promote some sick stuff to your kids. Right? Go from there. Let's go to Luke, Leviticus 20 and 10. Leviticus 20 and 10. I'm sorry.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 20, verse 10.
And 10 and 13.
And the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, the adulterer and adulteress shall surely be put to death.
You got to be put to death. Read.
And the man that lieth with his... Salah, you want to jump down to 13?
No, you keep reading.
Verse 11. And the man that lieth with his father's wife, have uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death.
Read.
Their blood shall be upon them.
Read.
And if a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death. They have wrought confusion. Their blood shall be upon them.
Read.
If a man also lie with mankind, as he lieth with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
Read.
They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them.
So we can't be doing all of that. You understand? The Lord is serious about that. That's immoral to act in that manner. Watch this. Now go from there. Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 29.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 29.
Read.
Do not prostitute thy daughter to cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness.
You know those people that always dress their kids in skimpy clothes, tell them they look pretty? You're not supposed to do that. Cause your daughter to be a prostitute. That doesn't mean that you literally got to be out there on a stroll. That just means the way you behaving and treating her and acting. Got your daughter all wearing, and you wonder why your daughter promiscuous. You got her dressing all like an adult, and she only 10 years old. She's showing her stomach. How the hell we became comfortable with our little babies wearing two-piece swimsuits? How the hell we become comfortable with that? We be at the beach. I'll be like, that little girl 10, and she out here in a two-piece swimsuit. Like, yeah, what are we talking about? That's sick to me. That's like borderline pedophilia, low-key. Like, who came up with the idea that little girls should be able to have two-piece swimsuits? Like, who? Like, yeah, like who designed that? Like, who said, oh yeah, and we'll let the little girls have two-piece swimsuits too? Like, Esau, nasty, wicked. I'm trying to protect my daughter. You know, these men out here sick. Nah, you gonna cover up. Swim in a dress. No, but there are some there are these little dresses you can buy them. That's dresses, and they're for swimwear. I'm not playing. I got my pictures go swim. Promise been with my kids going swimming. What y'all wear? The dresses. You don't play no games. You know what I'm saying? You don't play them games. But again, prostitute your daughter, cause her to be a whore, right? Read verse Deuteronomy 23 and 17 now.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 23, verse 17.
Read.
There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel,
Read.
nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Girl, you ain't never been through your whole phase? I'm sorry, I had a whole phase. Hot girl summer. This is what we doing. Make sure you dump him before the summer. And then winter is cuddle season. So all summer long, I'm getting messed around. Then wintertime, I'm still getting messed around in wintertime, but now this is my one I just cuddle with. Like what? College. Oh man. Boy, what they doing in college?
Girls going wild.
Yeah. STD galore. We're gonna get into all that. Yeah. Most High say there's consequences for your immoral acts. Because what did we read about? Y'all remember the definition of immorality? Remember, I'm gonna read it one more time. Immoral conduct or practices harmful or offensive to society. Are these practices harmful to society? Yes. You got 20 partners? That's nasty. You know what kind of juices and fluids and sicknesses y'all passing around? We're going to get into it. I'm going to show y'all. The Lord said, do what? Read it again.
Verse 17. There shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel.
Read.
Nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel.
Teaching your son to be soft and all of that? Nah, ain't no sodomites in the sons of Israel. And who be the best friends? The harlots and the gay people.
Man.
They be the best friends. Man. The gay boy and the excuse my language, I gotta be honest. I'm sorry. The gay people and the harlots, they are best friends. They go hand in hand. What the scriptures say? Do not what? Cause your daughter to be a harlot or a whore, and your son to be anyone to be a sodomite. Y'all see that? Read.
Verse 18. Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore.
You shall not bring the hire of a whore. What does that mean? OnlyFans gotta go. That's a hire of a whore. Huh? Big Ben had to go. Big should have been gone a long time ago. You cannot do this. You cannot do that. Right? Watch this. Read.
Thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore. Read. Or the price of a dog.
Read.
Into the house of the Lord thy God for any vow. For even both these are abomination to the Lord thy God.
Said both of these are abomination to the Lord thy God. Y'all see that? Watch this. All right, let's go from there. Go to Exodus 23 and 1. I'm gonna move a little fast. Read 1 to 8.
Book of Exodus chapter 23, verse 1. Thou shalt not raise a false report. Put not thine hand with the wicked to be an unrighteous witness.
See that? So we went through that, right? Read.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil.
Because all the law is just repetitive. It's just repeating the same standard over and over and over again. Because you know what you got to do for Israel? You got to keep repeating the same thing over because Israel don't get it. Read.
Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. Neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment.
So you shouldn't wrest judgment on somebody that's evil. Read.
Neither shalt thou countenance a poor man in his cause.
Read.
If thou meet thine enemy's ox.
So you shouldn't treat a poor man wrong. Y'all see that? Shouldn't treat poor people wrong and none of that. Because what? That's good morality. You don't treat them wrong. Don't treat a poor man wrong. You think we was treating poor people wrong in Israel? Not at all. There was no skid row in Israel. Do y'all see what I'm saying? Why is the law bad? Everything I've been reading so far can help us.
Right.
Read.
Verse 4. If thou meet thy enemy's ox or his ass going astray, thou shalt surely bring it back to him.
That's the law. Don't be like, it ain't mine. My business. Right. Hey, ain't that Kalab lamb over there? Shit, ain't my business. That's evil. The Lord said, don't. That's a law. That's immoral. Right? You're supposed to get the lamb and give it back to Kalab. Right? Read.
Verse 5. If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his.
He said, even if you see your enemy's animal. What did he say? Read.
Lying under his burden, and wouldst forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help.
He like, help your enemy. Y'all just really don't like each other. The Lord said, you still got to help them. Because what is the Lord telling you to do? Love your neighbor. Then y'all start to realize why the Lord said the commandment is filled in two things. Because what have we been reading the whole time? Love your neighbor. Don't sleep with his wife. Don't rob him. Don't bear false witness. All you got to do is love, love, love. How? Give me an example. How do you show you love? The law is fulfilled in those two commandments. Why? Because that's all the law was about. Teaching you how to love your people. You love your kid, you do what? Beat them. But it's all about love. It's all about love. Watch this, read.
Verse 6. Thou shalt not rest the judgment of thy poor in his cause.
Read.
Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not. For I will not justify the wicked.
Read.
And thou shalt take no gift, for the gift blindeth the wise, and perverteth the words of the righteous.
You see that? So you're supposed to be right. Be a person of good morals. I know I can trust this person's word because this person is so good. I can, man, this brother is helpful. He's charitable. That's what Paul was talking about. Charity. This is all charity. You understand? Let's go from there. We're almost done. We got a couple more. Go to Exodus 22 and 18. Let's keep going.
The book of Exodus chapter 22, verse 18.
Read.
Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live.
Uh-oh, now it's a big one, guys. You shall not suffer a witch to live. Right? What does that mean? Anybody that's a witch, that's practicing witchcraft, what got to happen? They got to be put to death. How many witches is in LA right now? A whole bunch. Let me get that in. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, y'all ever been to West Hollywood? How many psychics and all of that? Man. What was the one? Miss Cleo hotline? Was it Miss Cleo? Was that her name? Yeah. Who called that hotline back in the day? Call now for your free reading. Yeah. That's what she used to do all the time, right? Watch this. Get Leviticus 19 and 31. Because now that's going into having other gods before the Most High. See that?
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31.
Read.
Regard not them that have familiar spirits.
Regard not them that have familiar spirits. Familiar spirits is demonic spirits, telling the future and all of that. Read.
Neither seek after wizards.
Neither seek after wizards. Read. Is that it?
To be defiled by them.
To be defiled by them. All right. All that trying to see what a wizard gonna tell you and all of that, and palm reading and read.
I am the Lord your God.
Because he's the Lord our God. Get Leviticus 20 and 27.
The book of Leviticus chapter 20, verse 27. A man also or woman that have a familiar spirit, or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death.
Read.
They shall stone them with stones.
Read.
Their blood shall be upon them.
You know what else is linked to this? That I'm pretty sure everybody can agree that they was involved with at some time. That zodiac sign. What you a Scorpio? Ooh, them Scorpios. Ooh. You Capricorn? Oh, we a match.
We compatible.
You read your zodiac every morning. I gotta read my zodiac every morning so I can get my day prepared. That's evil. That's witchcraft, huh? Yeah. Oh, the horoscope. Yeah, I said zodiac sign, but it is a zodiac sign though. Yeah. The horoscope reading. All of that is evil. Be careful because you mess around and read and they be saying some stuff. You be like, damn, that's really, because it's real. That spirit stuff is real. But the Lord said you're supposed to listen to who? Him. It's crazy how wicked this society is. What's the main thing y'all talk about when y'all date? The horoscope. Crazy. Read. Is that all of 27?
God, that was 27.
Get Deuteronomy 19 and 10. And you know, it just gradually gets worse and worse. Then next thing you know, you walking around as lizard people with their tongue cut. Reptilian people. Yeah, horns in their head. It start off little with just the horoscopes, and then it turned into something else. Sin mutates. Watch this. Read.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 19.
Oh, and smoking is sorcery. Smoking weed, smoking that it is sorcery. Smoking weed is linked to sorcery. That's a fact. The wizards and the shamans and all of that, they would have the ganja, you know, they would light it up and put you in a tent. You be having tripping out and all that. Yeah. The Indian chiefs and all that used to have the weed and all that and do all this type of voodoo and all that. Hallucinations and all that. Excuse me. Yeah, no, they did. That weed is sorcery too. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 19, verse 10. That innocent blood be not shed in thy land, which the Lord thy God giveth thee for an inheritance, and so blood be upon thee. But if any man hate his neighbor and lie in wait for him and rise.
Oh, not that. That was Deuteronomy 19:10. Yeah, we don't need that. I'm sorry. So like it.
Yeah.
So let's go to so y'all know Exodus. Y'all can write down Exodus 21-7. That's going into like only having the Lord and not going into sorcery and witchcraft and all of that. Get Jeremiah 10:1. I think that's what I want. Yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Yeah, 10:1. Yeah, Jeremiah 10:1. Read 1 and 2.
Jeremiah chapter 10, verse 1. Hear ye the word which the Lord speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Read.
Thus saith the Lord.
Read.
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Read.
And be not dismayed at the signs of heaven.
Read.
For the heathen are dismayed at them.
You see that? And them horoscopes is linked to the stars and stuff, right? So the Lord said not to do that. So yes, horoscopes and all that is out. Zodiac signs and all that is out. Let's go to write down Revelations 18:23. That's just showing you that, you know, this nation Babylon is a land of sorcery. Man, let's get it. Revelation 18:23.
The book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 23.
Read.
And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee.
Read.
And the voice of the bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee. But thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived.
See that? By America's sorceries were all nations deceived. And in what way do they promote their sorceries? TV, music, social media. That's why you got to protect your kids from it, because it's sorcery. And that's how they deceive the world. How the hell you got Jewish people in Israel trying to be like black people in hip hop? 50 Cent performed in Jerusalem. That's when they supposed to be the chosen people. They ain't supposed to be glorifying and 50 Cent performing in Jerusalem. They rapping and all of that.
In the club.
Talking about in the club, go DJ. And those are chosen people of God.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's madness, man. Madness. Sorcery, though, right? You guys can, let's go to Leviticus. Write down Leviticus 15:1-33. Okay, Leviticus 15:1-33. That's dealing with more unclean laws, dealing with a woman on her menstrual when a woman has a child. Okay, so if you want to know how long you're unclean for once you have a child, Leviticus 15:1-33. It tells you if you have a son, how long are you unclean for? 40 days. If you have a son, you're unclean for 40 days. And if you have a daughter, how long are you unclean for? 80 days. And you can see all of that clearly in Leviticus. For the sake of time, we're not going to go there. Leviticus 15:1-33. Okay, those are more clean laws dealing with cleanliness. Your grandma used to say cleanliness is next to what? And she wasn't lying. That's true. All right. So that means, brothers, if your wife have a daughter, you can't touch her for 80 days. Can't lie with her for 80 days. And if she has a son, you can't lie with her for 40 days. So let's go to Leviticus. We already write down Leviticus 20:18. I think we already talked about the no running red lights, right? Okay, we talked about that, but that's just another precept you can write down. Get Leviticus 19:28. Let's read that. You got it?
Yeah. Book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 28.
Read.
You shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead,
Read.
nor print any marks upon you. I am the Lord.
You're not supposed to be having sleeves, leg sleeves, neck tattoos, all of that. Lord said don't print nothing on your body, because you know how crazy you look. You look crazy. Like I said, it gets worse. Look at the people with the lizard people with all type of tattoos and all that on their face and tattooing their eyes. That's not the natural way the Lord created you to be. He didn't create you to make marks upon your body like that. And notice how we said for the dead. What do we always do when some one of our relatives die? Rest in peace on your body. Loves. The Lord said you can't do that. Can't do that. Notice how everything the Lord is against is just hyper extended in America. Right. Every single thing God said don't do is just extra out in America. That's not a coincidence. Because we're an immoral people. You understand? And those immoral acts are detrimental to you as a society and human beings. You know, do you ever think what that ink does to your body when it gets older and what it does and the poison that it does to you? We don't think about those things. Let's get Leviticus 19 and 27 now. Actually, Deuteronomy 22:5 through 8. Let's get that real quick.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, verse 5.
Read.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man.
It says the woman shall not wear that which pertaineth to a man. Read.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
Why? Cross-dressing. What kind of energy does that send out? Confusion. It's immoral. It's not right. It's weird. So now you got the men wanting to be women and the women wanting to be men. The men is effeminate and the woman is masculine. So when we go to war, it's gonna be a whole bunch of women fighting. Hey, telling you. Backwards generation. It's confusion, right? Even as a joke. Why do you think Esau put it in movies and shows as a joke? Because he wants you to laugh at it so you think it's nothing wrong with a man wearing a dress. No, it is. Morally, that's wrong. You understand? And certain garments that are cut in a certain way for women and men send out certain vibrations. When I say vibrations, it means certain, like a vibe. When a man wears a woman's dress, he don't even look right. Now, what we do is we suppress the morality and the conscience of we know it's wrong, but keep doing it. Esau wants you to get it out your mind that it's wrong. He wants you to make you think that it's right. Women too. Women walking around wearing pants, grabbing it, like a man and walking around. Women fighting in MMA. What the hell is going on? What kind of women? You want to get your face beat up? It's not even a womanly thing. You're supposed to be dainty, but they teach you that's wrong though. They teach you that's wrong. See that? But the Lord said, no, don't behave yourself that way, right? Get Leviticus 19:27.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 27. Read. You shall not round the corners of your heads.
You shall not round the corners of your heads. Read.
Neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard.
Brothers, what makes you a man?
Your beard.
Your beard. What signifies that you're a man? Your beard. You ain't supposed to be walking around looking like a... What makes a lion a lion? His mane. Can't feminize yourself. Grow your beard. Be a man. I can't stand when I hear grown men, 6'5", buff. I hate when my beard grows. It's just itchy. You sound like a effeminate ass man. Don't matter how big you are, you still effeminate. I just don't like my beard. You see them get them thin, pencil shaving beards and goatee and the booty face. I just don't understand that. Cut the whole thing, even a lip mustache. Like that, you couldn't even leave that. Don't they look weird? Don't they look weird?
Imagine Khalid with his beard.
Imagine Khalid with his beard cut off. Look at Khalid, he's weird. You know men that cut their beard, they get that penguin look, that lip, that little penguin lip. You know what I'm talking about? Just look weird. Like, bro, you look stupid. Like, you really look stupid. Like, you need to grow your beard, bro. Like, you don't look right. You understand what I'm saying? Man, I don't know what's wrong with brothers. Yes.
What is round the corners of your head?
Con. So you know when people get the bow cut, You know what a bow cut is? You get a bow cut. You cut the bow head. You know the flat top when it's super low, or the ball fade, the boosie fade. You know, little boosie when you get it's like faded. It's like low, real low. It's only hair on the top. That's what he's talking about. Cannot cut that. So you can't disfigure your original hairline. So that doesn't mean you can't get a trim. You definitely, maybe we got to get that scripture to show brothers they can get a trim. I don't want brothers to be walking around thinking they got to look like a wild man. You can definitely get a trim. But what it means is you don't want to go off the original line of your hairline. So even though I don't have much, but you can still see you got to look close, but you can still see my peach fuzz. Yeah, I don't got the collab in me, man. But you know, you can kind of see I'm gonna start. What is that minoxidil? We might have to figure out something with Shaquan. He going witchcraft. That boy did not have a beard. That boy got a full beard now. Goodness grief. Man. My kids used to be patchy. His ain't patchy no more. What y'all brothers doing, man? Nah, I'm playing. But nah, they got that minoxidil. That's what it's called. Yeah, I might need some of that. Help me bring this in because I'm 30 years old. It's really all I got right here. But yeah, nah, if you look close, I got like little peach fuzz. So when I go get the little trim, he don't cut that. He keep it my original line. You can't really see it online. That's why brothers be mad at me. How you cut your beard, brother? It doesn't grow. It doesn't grow. This is all I got. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Me and Live. We struggling over here.
It's gonna come through faith, man.
Through faith. But faith without works is dead, so we need that minoxidil. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to my boy. We're gonna get that. But yeah, so basically you don't want to go outside your original line. So whatever your original line is, you don't want to go outside of that. So like let's say like Mosh got a full beard, he come to class next week with a pencil beard, he out of order. So if his beard grows up to here, he can trim on the out, but he can't bring it in. Can't disfigure that line. You understand? He can trim it, but he can't disfigure it. Right? Let's get that real quick. I think it's Samuel. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up for y'all. So the super brews in the chat be walking around looking like looking crazy. Brothers, maintain your beard. You ain't gotta be looking crazy out here. Food in your beard and just like brothers, calm down. Listen. You can keep your shit good. Excuse my language, family. I'm just being honest with y'all. You can oil your beard and you know. Let me get the scripture real quick.
2 Samuel 19.
You got it? Oh yeah, thank you, Kalab. 2 Samuel 19:24. Yeah, get that.
Oh, there it is. 2 Samuel chapter 19, verse 24.
Read.
And Mephibosheth, the son of Saul, came down to meet the king.
So Mephibosheth, I never can pronounce his name. Mephibosheth, yeah, he came down to meet the king. Mephibosheth, all right. Go ahead, read.
Came down to meet the king and had neither dressed his feet.
He didn't dress his feet, read.
Nor trim his beard.
And he didn't trim his beard. I mean, his beard was all over the place. Read.
Nor wash his clothes.
He didn't even wash his clothes. He was out here looking nasty. Read.
From the day the king departed until the day he came again in peace.
Read.
And it came to pass, when he was come to Jerusalem to meet the king, that the king said unto him, Wherefore wentest not thou with me, Mephibosheth? And he answered, My lord, O king, my servant deceived me. For thy servant said, I will saddle me an ass that I may ride thereon and go to the king.
Is that all of that? I think that's it. I think it was one more, but
it was another one. They sent him
yeah, they sent him to get dressed. What is that? Let me see. For brother can pull that. You see, where's that? First Samuel we was in?
2 Samuel 19.
Yeah. Yeah, so his beard wasn't trimmed. Let me see. 2 Samuel 19. And what did you just read? What verse?
24.
Okay, let me see. I gotta find that. I don't want to take too much longer, but I'll find it before the class. So I don't want to take too much longer, but basically he had to be sent to be cleaned up. So if a brother can find that for me, then we'll get it. But if not, we'll move forward. Move forward. I cannot find it. Right. I cannot find it. Yeah, I'll find it. We'll find it. I don't want to take too much longer. Yeah, he had to trim his beard. He had to wash himself. All right. So basically, to answer your question, sis, like whenever a brother goes to a barbershop, he can get a trim. There's nothing wrong with getting a trim, obviously, because it says that, you know, the brother didn't trim his beard. So obviously there was trimming their beard, but that doesn't mean like to disfigure it. So whatever your original line, like right now, my chin hair is weird. It grow in the back of my neck. It don't grow up here. So, but I can't cut it. You know what I'm saying? I got to keep it because that's where it grow. And I got to just get some of that minoxidil and put it on my chin, and hopefully it grow.
So how they make it like thin, like this?
Yeah, no.
I got a scripture.
Yeah, the pencil and all that thin. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. So, like I said, like you see, if you look at your husband, right? You see how his beard is shaped lower naturally than Mosh's. See how Mosh's is a little higher? Mosh can't bring his down to his length. It has to stay. It has to stay what it is. He can trim it, you know, but he can't bring it down to meet the length of your husband's, for example. All right. So you said
the scripture.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You found it?
Yeah.
Found one?
This is 2 Samuel, chapter 10, verse 4. It says, "Wherefore Hanan took David's servants and shaved off the one half of their beards."
Oh yeah, that was the next scripture I was gonna go to.
Okay.
Go ahead. No, read it. You there?
And cut off their garments in the middle, even to their buttocks, and sent them away.
So you see that it says that this was actually read verse yeah, start up a little bit. Yeah.
2 Samuel chapter 10, verse 2. Then said David, "I will show kindness unto Hanan, the son of Nahash, as his father showed kindness unto me." And David sent to comfort him by the hand of his servants for his father. And David's servant came into the land of the children of Ammon.
2 Samuel 10 and 4.
Come.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You read verse 3?
Yeah. No, you can start it. Go ahead. I just wanted to make sure you was. Go ahead. Read.
Verse 4. "Wherefore Hanan took David's servant and shaved off that one half of their beards."
So Hanan, to disrespect David and David's men, he took David's men, because David was trying to come in peace. What he did was he took his men, shaved off half of their beard, like cut it completely, only half, right? And did what?
And cut off their garments in the middle.
And cut their garments to the middle, read.
Even to their buttocks.
To their buttocks. So basically, cutting your beard is the same thing as being feminine. It's taking your masculinity away. So what he did was he cut half of their beard and cut their garment to their buttocks. So imagine grown men walking around and their buttocks are showing. And they have beard half off. That was like, in Israel, that was like, I mean, in America, they like that now. But in Israel, that was like a no-no. What did David do? Read.
Verse 5. "And when they told him to David, he sent to meet them, because the men were greatly ashamed."
The man was ashamed. Read.
"And the king said, Tarry at Jericho until your beards be grown."
They didn't even want to go in the city until their beard grew back. It's like, man, we ashamed. We don't even want to, it was a shame for them to take away their masculinity like that. You understand? So you don't want to, and somebody asked a good question. They said, can you get a razor line? Now, I guess what you mean by a razor line is that I think it's called the Black Caesar. When you line your hair up, this is the wisdom that I give you. First off, you want to find a good barber that ain't going to take your line back and do extra stuff. Don't push my line. Don't make my line skinny, none of that. But this is the wisdom that I would say. The best thing for you to do is just don't go against your original line. That's the best thing that I can tell you. Don't go. So if you do get a line up and you get an edge up, there's nothing wrong with that. Just don't go against the original line. Do not disfigure it to where you're going into the line. If you get a line up on the outskirts. Like I said, I got the little peach fudge. So guess what? I make him keep it. He might edge it up a little bit, but my peach fuzz stays the same. My hairline stays the same. I need a haircut right now, actually. Goodness grief. But don't go against your original line. All right? All right? Don't go against your original line. So you can get lineups, you can get shape ups, you can get trims, but don't go against that line. Con? So let's go from there. All right, we're about to end class in a minute. Go to Baruch 4:1. Baruch 4. Somebody said they got drawn eyebrows. Keep your original eyebrows. Yeah, I mean, that just looks stupid. I mean, even if it wasn't against the law, just doing that in general, you look stupid. Just keep your regular eye. Stop disfiguring yourself. All right? All right? If you got the unibrow, rock it. Rock the unibrow. If I had a unibrow, I'll rock it. You understand? Huh? Anthony Davis, all the way. We rocking the unibrow. It is what it is. Hate it or love it. Rock it. Brothers, if you going forehead bald, it's okay. We still love you. You can't cut the whole thing off because you're going forehead bald. You're just going to have to rock the toilet bowl. You're going to have to rock it. You're going to have to rock it, brothers. I don't know what to tell you. You're going to have to rock it, man. It's all right. We still love you. And by the time you get that, you should be married already anyway. Your wife loves you. You ain't no young man trying to get nothing out there. It's all right. Understand? So let's keep it real. Baruch 4:1.
The book of Baruch, chapter 4, verse 1.
Read.
This is the book of the commandments of God and the law that endure forever.
These are the commandments, law of God that endure for what? Ever. Read.
All they that keep it,
all us that keep it, read,
shall come to life.
Imagine if we kept all this. We're gonna have life, huh? We're gonna have life. We look good in here. I'm gonna show y'all people out in the world. Hey, look, let me tell all my young ones in here. That living that fast life catch up to you. You don't look like that forever when you abuse liquor, abuse drink, abuse weed, abuse sex. You look trash. Let me show y'all. The Bible says, I mean, look how young me and Lob still look. It's people our age look crazy. They look sick. It's because they abuse themselves. Watch what the Lord say. Read.
All they that keep it shall come to life.
Read.
But such as leave it shall die.
And if you leave it, you shall die. You might not be getting stoned no more because we're not in the land, but you will die eventually. Go to Job 20:11.
Book of Job, chapter 20, verse 11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
It says his bones are full, because when do people do the most of their sin? When they're young. Why do you think why do you think I brought up the youth first? Because who is Esau trying to get? The youth, because that's when you abuse yourself. It's not until you get old and cracked out and smoked out when you be like, I shouldn't have did that. Yeah, you shouldn't have not. Missing teeth and it's real. Woman used to sound so beautiful. Now she sound like yeah. Back in the day, I was this one lady I seen in the grocery store. She asked me, she said, "How old are you, young man?" Said, "I'm 29." She said, "Yeah, back in the day, you would have liked me." You could have still been looking nice, but you abused yourself. Now you look crazy. Telling you, it's not what you think it is. All right, hold that precept. Finish this off.
No, I was saying this one's a cold.
Oh, this is a cold one. Right? Read.
Job chapter 20, verse 11.
Read.
His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
Bones is full of the sins of the youth. Read.
We shall lie down with him in the dust.
Man, tell me the Lord ain't real. He said your bones is full with the sins of your youth, meaning your body, it caught up to your body. The wickedness you used to do when you was young caught up to your body. Watch this, read.
Verse 12. Though wickedness be sweet in his mouth.
See, because it used to feel good when you was young. Wickedness feels sweet in the mouth, right? Read.
Though he hide it under his tongue, though he spare it and forsake it not,
read,
but keep it still within his mouth.
Read.
Yet his meat in his bowels is turned. It is the gall of ass within him.
But when it catch up to you, read. Watch this.
He has swallowed down riches, and he shall vomit them up again. God shall cast them out of his belly.
Read.
He shall suck the poison of ass. The viper's tongue shall slay him. He shall not see the rivers, the floods, the brooks of honey and butter.
Y'all see that? Let me show you. Bring your attention to the screen real quick. If y'all got phones, pull this up. I'm gonna show y'all something, and then we almost out of here. I'm gonna show you guys this true story. Wickedness only fun till so long. Go to there. Y'all know who this is? Brothers, back in the day, I'm trying to find a nice picture for y'all. I ain't trying to get too vulgar for y'all, but y'all see this sister right here? Yeah. See her? Y'all see how she look now? I'm trying not to be too, She used to be before like Instagram and all of that. Y'all remember the video vixens and World Star?
She got World Star popping.
Yeah, she was World Star popping. She was like the first of like the Instagram models. Before Instagram, before the Instagram models, it was like the video vixens. It was the King magazines. Right? Y'all don't see? Oh, I share my screen. Can y'all see it? Who can't see it? Who can see it?
On the lives.
On the live. Oh, it's the sister right here. I was trying not to be too zoomed in on it because she kind of provocative, but I'm trying to show y'all something. This sister right here, can you see her? I zoomed in a little bit. Okay, her right here. Okay, her right there. Okay, this woman right here. Right? Let me go up a little bit. Okay, so this woman right here, trying to be cool, but it's a reason why I'm showing this. So you see how she is in her youth, right? Popping in everybody's music video. Got the world drinking, clubbing, video vixen, model, right? This how she look now. That's how she look. That's how she look now. Yeah, that's her. What that Job just say?
Man.
Though it tastes good at the mouth, it shall be with you in your bone. What? Read that Job one more time from the top.
The book of Job, chapter 20, verse 11.
That's her right now.
His bones are full of the sin of his youth.
Her bones is full of the sins of her youth. Look at her. This is the lifestyle y'all want, young people? You want to run your body down? So you look like that? Be like that? They use and abuse you and then throw you away? That's what y'all want? Y'all, how long y'all think these video Instagram models gonna last? Yeah. And guess what? The men that put her on still doing the same thing. And she done. Abused her body. And now she look like this on drugs. Look at this. Times have been hard for Cubana Lust. Real name, Yolanda Kohler, who was a popular video vixen from the 2000s and was one of the first Instagram models before it became a visible career option for many. Unfortunately, the past decade or so has not been kind to Cubana, who lives in South Florida. She has been battling with drug abuse and the subsequent illness which accompany addiction. And as a result, Cubana has been arrested, multiple times over the last half decade. Now she resembles Bubbles, the crackhead from the popular HBO series The Wire. The world is cold. The world is cold. Hey, use your youth up. That's why I tell my daughters, no, don't go out there, baby, because they don't love you like I love you. they're gonna use your body and throw you away. Anybody coming to her rescue? Anybody paying for rehab for her? Anybody helping her? No. This used to be her. Said from this to this. Used to be her. All right. So yeah. She look crazy. I mean, but that's crazy. She don't even look the same. I mean, that's day and night. That's day and night. All right. Y'all know who this is? IG model. Gina 2 or something like that. I think that's how you say her name. AIDS has taken away my mobility, left me blinded in one eye. Instagram model Gina, I don't know if it's 2, that's how you say her name, says for years she thought she was testing for HIV when she got STD checks, but that wasn't the case. And a recent breakdown of her body led to her finding out she has AIDS. Gina has gone viral on social media, telling her story and urging the importance of young people getting tested. No, forget getting tested. Don't go out there having sex. You urging people to get. You should be urging people to have some type of abstinence. Now you're blind in one eye. You can't hold your bowels in. Watch this. She tells us the symptoms have been horrible. She's lost mobility, meaning she can't walk, control of her bowels, meaning she can't hold her bowels in, and has gone blind in her left eye. Gina says the diagnosis has changed her life, as well as the life of her mom, who helps to care for her. Your mom didn't care for you. Because if your mom cared for you, she would have trained you up as a woman and told you the risk of being in that lifestyle. Because didn't the Bible say if you love your child, you do what? Beat them, chastise them. Your mom didn't love you because now you're going to die soon. I don't know if that's mine or... Okay. All right, let me finish reading this. Gina has said the diagnosis has changed her life, as well as the life of her mom, who helps to care for her. She says she's still not sure when she contracted HIV, but has called her sexual partners to let them know of her status. Gina says everyone she's called has been very supportive, checking on her and making sure she's doing okay. She says so far no one else has tested positive. You're not supposed to even do this. And this is her now. Look how skinny her arms are. I'm not going to play the video. She's sick. She's sick. You understand? So, and it was going around that she was with some people. She laid with Chris Brown, Nick Cannon, you know, a lot of different people. But I'm going to tell y'all this. That young, so what, we get drunk, so what, we have fun, turn up, we're going to go out there and have fun. It catches up to you. Some of you guys know people that went through this. Ever seen that real pretty girl in high school? Now she looked terrible. Smoked out. She was real pretty. What 50 Cent say? Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What happened to you? Drugs, liquor, partying, living the fast life. What Job say? Read.
Job chapter 20, verse 11. His bones are full of the sin of his youth, which shall lie down.
Your bones will be full of the sins of your youth. I feel good because I didn't abuse my body like that. Young people, don't abuse your body. Be right. Be in the Lord. Because if you're in the Lord, guess what? You ain't got to worry about this. You understand? Keep the moral law. Keep morality on your side. Because it's one thing to be popping, and it's another thing to be thrown away. And that's all that America gonna use you for, is to throw you away. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead. Y'all write down Matthew 22, 37 and 40 through 40. That's dealing with the 2 commandments, right? Love God with all your heart, love your neighbor as yourself. All right. Remember, the whole commandments is built off love. Didn't we read about a whole bunch of love today? Absolutely. All right. 1 Corinthians 6, 9 through 11. No immoral person will make it to the kingdom of God. All right. That's 1 Corinthians 6, 9 through 11. No immoral person will make it to the kingdom of God. No regenerating back in the kingdom. Sorry.
What was the Matthew?
Matthew 22, 37 through 40. And then 1 Corinthians 6, 9 through 11. No immoral person. Let's just get these last 2. Go to 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. I got to get this for y'all. I'm sorry. Let me get this for y'all. Let's read it fast loud.
1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God?
Read.
Be not deceived. Neither fornicators, neither idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revelers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God.
Didn't we read all of that in the moral law? So what they talking about? They wasn't keeping the law. That's all the law. We just read that all throughout the law. Go to Ephesians 5 and 5, and then we'll.
The book of Ephesians chapter 5, verse 5.
Read.
For this ye know, that no whoremonger.
No whoremonger. Did we read that in the moral law? Read.
Nor unclean person.
Nor unclean person. Who's that unclean person? We read about the unclean laws. Brothers running red lights and brothers all doing, those are unclean. All right, eating pork, we're going to have a whole lesson on the dietary law. That's unclean. Those are unclean laws. Read.
Nor covetous man, who is an idolater.
Did we read about covetousness and idolatry? Read.
Have any inheritance in the kingdom of God, in the kingdom of Christ and of God.
So what is the Most High basically saying? You got to keep the law to get in the kingdom. And last one, Revelation 22:15.
The book of Revelations, chapter 22, verse 15.
Let me see. Yeah, you start 14.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 14.
Read.
Blessed are they that do his commandments,
Read.
that they may have right to the tree of life,
Read.
and may enter in through the gates into the city.
Read.
For without are dogs, and sorcerers, and whoremongers, and murderers, and idolaters, and whosoever loveth and maketh a lie.
Isn't that everybody out there in the world? So how they going to church saying they love God when they acting like this? You think they making the kingdom? All right. So, all right, that will end. Did everybody get an understanding on the moral aspects of the law? All praise. Get the Most High hand. Oh, and not to mention, that's why immorality says it's a conduct or practices harmful or offensive to society. That lifestyle was harmful to y'all. I'm telling y'all. All right, family. We love y'all. All praises to the Most High God. We're happy to see everybody online that was able to tune in. Please, if this class was edifying to you, please, feel free to donate and give alms. We really appreciate the alms and the donations and the love and the charity that you guys online have shared with us. We appreciate it. You guys help us keep these lights on. You help us keep the camera going so we can have these classes and everything. So please put our Cash App in the thing. If you guys want to donate in the lower, put anything on your heart. Anything. It could be $1, it could be $2, it could be whatever. If anything helps, I'm gonna have a brother put the Cash App in there, and then feel free to donate. As far as everybody else in here, I know it's kind of hot in here. We will be working on getting the AC in here. We don't want to sweat nobody. Nobody using Beijing in here, right? Ain't nobody using Beijing? Yeah, Beijing. My brothers with the losing hairline know what that is. Beijing. I'm gonna sweat your Beijing out. Beijing could be a good option for brothers that get that ball. Yeah, because there's no law against Beijing. Well, no, I'm thinking about it like, yeah, low key. But I just wouldn't do it because I'm just like,
just take the hand.
God. Did you put the Cash App in there?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see it. Where is it? Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's weird. All right, so let me type it in here. Hold on 1 second. So,
Makazak, can you put it?
Makazak, can you put the Cash App in the? I don't know why it's not opening. All right. Somebody said man wigs. Hey, they do got some man wigs. Hey, for real. Nah, they.
When the scripture come out.
Dang. I seen somebody that was bald and really went to a barber and got waves and everything. Like I'm like, that's crazy. But but you know what? I'm the type of Jay, and I'm gonna just take the L because I want her to love. If brothers do that because they want women, I want her to love me for me. All right, she gonna love me for this little ball, big old ball spot, and she gonna love me. You know, it's what it is. All right, I don't know. I don't see the Did you put it in there, Michael?
I'm doing it right now.
Okay, Con. We trying to get the Cash App up for you guys. Con. And no, we not saying, you know, because I don't know about the draw eyebrows. That's kind of extreme, but it's okay for sisters to, you know, look nice and wear lipstick and makeup. But when you just caking it on your face and just, you know, it's just not beneficial for your face. It's okay to every now and then get some little eye, whatever. I don't know what y'all do, but all right. So this is the Cash App right here. All praises. Believers of the Way, LLC. So if you guys do want to donate, please be beneficial for us and helpful. We love you guys. Till next time, shalom, family. Shalom, family.